Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, sound. All right, so we're back with another beautiful day. Here are my morning scans. Top volume mover is MMAT, which is got a little bit bigger float on it. Let's see. Today it says Meta Materials announces FINRA has processed corporate action for exchange of Series A preferred stock, I guess. So that's some okay news. Probably won't be trading them just because I don't like that higher float. Let's see how high that float actually is, though. MMAT float of 319 million out of my wheelhouse there. Of course, it isn't on my potential trade scanner. Let's see, KAIR. Look at that daily chart. Look how choppy that daily chart is on KAIR. Good morning, Donnell. Super choppy, so that's probably something that I'm gonna try to stay away from. It's got acquisition news to dissolve after failing to complete business combination. Yeah, nah. Goss out of my price range, under $2. That's down 28%. Took quite a bit of a drop over the last couple of days, last 2 days, from $9 all the way down here to $1.68. SMMT, it's over $2, but may get a little choppy with this higher float. Let's see what this float is on SMMT. Uh, 28.15 million on this one, but the shares on TOS looks pretty high. I need to see why it's such an inconsistency with the shares that are out here and then the overall float. But that would be one that I'll pop up there just to watch it. I'm gonna pop it up here on the watch list. And the next one is Carvana, which I know is out of my wheelhouse. Down to $4.78. Super low. Let's see where this thing once was. Up there to, looks like, what, 376. I don't know if it's been any kind of splits, but that's a long way down to be all the way down here to $4. The next one is ESPR. This is a therapeutics. Let's see what that float is. PR. Float of 67.42. A little bit high for me. EQRX is the next one. Does not have any news on today for EQRX, and it's a higher float. QRX. Float looking like 215 million. Okay, RXDX. RXDX. Float of 27.55 million. So I will throw that one on the watch. RXDX. And the last ones are Tesla and NIO. So I only found 2 off the top volume movers that I kind of want to watch just to see what they want to do. SMMT already has 5 million shares. RXDX is the only other one that I like there. Now let's move on to the potential scanner. This is what I actually really trade off of, the things that pop here. So at the top we have ISAA, and I do not like this chart. This chart is super choppy. So that one automatically just goes on the no-go list just because of the daily chart. Even if it does pop or whatever, It's hard to tell the levels, and you can see when it has this like box shape, so it can make some very quick movements and probably do some quick gap downs with low volume. DBGI will be the next one. It's been receiving different types of news over the last few weeks. Only 400,000 shares traded on it. It is at 480 right now, dropped down to 455. It will need more volume, but I'll put it on the watch for now. It's got a lower float. DBGI doesn't really have great. It says Digital Brands Group announces its multi-brand website experience 436% in Black Friday and Cyber Monday. What? Cyber Monday revenue. So if it received a lot of revenue, that was the thing that was pushing it. We were trying to figure out what's going on because it really didn't have good catalysts. So we'll probably watch them chop around and fall, and we'll see if anything else could pop up. ERNA. This is another therapeutics. Jumped up yesterday from 338 up here to the 450s. Lower float one as well. We want to see some of these lose out to something else moving up the list. AERC, Aero Cleans. We've seen this one pop and drop and pop and drop. It was once at the almost to the $6. Came down here and based out around the 250 to 275 level and has been working its way up. So we'll put that one on watch. Was exploding yesterday. Let's see, insert. RMed was another one that was going up on yesterday as well. Make sure my connection is good. Okay, so we got some to watch, but nothing strong, especially on the potential scanner. Kind of just watching these to see what they do. Fusion Fuel, Cortisum, 3 million euros in grant funding Portuguese government. We'll see about that. This thing needs some more volume though, man. A lot of these we just gonna have to observe unless something else pops out, because I'm just not confident in any of these low floats right now. And then these last two are trash. Company shares. This was some Q3 earnings news on Love. Not too interested in that one. Okay. So yeah, that's all I got to look at today. We got the VIX. VIX still powering up. Of course, the SPY has been coming down. It made a little double bottom here at the 391s. But that double bottom was lower than the previous double bottom and lower than this what looks like an inverse head and shoulders here. So is making those lower lows. We can look at oil. Oil came down here, failed the 73, came back through the 73, and now it's just sitting there right under the 75-ish level. I forgot to switch over here. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. Oil. I always like to keep my eye on oil, not really for so much trading, but just, you know, just to know the overall cost of what I'll be spending to drive. And then there was the VIX. So, all right, we got our watch list for now. Unless something else stronger comes up, I'll be doing some cleanup on these as the market opens. So we got SMMT. We got RXDX. Now, RXDX up 96%. We'll have to see if what this thing really wants to do, though. This one doesn't, I don't know. This one's, oh, I said up 96%, up 166% at $96. I don't know. That was pretty high. I don't know if I want to play that. I'm better off just waiting on that one. Let's see, RDX. I didn't even see that price. I just saw it up 166%. But if you're interested in those types, it's definitely there for you. moved up from what, $37 up here to the 128s. So there are probably a lot of orders in here that are going to have to get filled to the downside. Let's see, DBGI. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take this one off. This one's a little bit out of my wheelhouse there. SMMT, DBGI, ERNA, AERC, PAFO, RMED, HTOO, and EPOW. Oh, EPOW is one that I traded yesterday. I was looking at the hour chart on EPOW, saw this huge short win here. I was like, wow, that is some short winning there. So they pushed this thing. It got all the way up to the 513s, crashed down here to the 340s. I waited for the hour to close, and I said, okay, I want to see a higher low. And my overall ideal on this was, okay, this thing came all the way down around the 350s. Can the 350s start to hold? And it bounced down here to the 342s and kind of held a little bit, kind of popped up or whatever. I was like, okay, if this thing gets a little pop under the 350, I'm gonna go ahead and get in here. So I did get in at 346. I wanted to get in at 345 exactly, but I just missed it by a little bit. Got in at 346. It did push all the way back up here to the 370s, which I was taking profit all the way up here. So I got in right here at 346 with 1,000 shares, and it bounced up, and I was just taking. And I thought that it was going to be able to break this 375. That was why I continued to hold a little bit. So I just took, and then it held here again. 358 and got up here to the 369. Still couldn't break that 70, so I reduced size again on that next hour, and it came back. It just kept playing around and would not break that 70, so I just kept taking off, and by this time I had already taken everything off. I think I took everything off on this green candle before it did this drop, because I got tired of watching it. I was ready to go to lunch. So yeah, I just took everything off of there, and that was a $170 win from the bottom, 346 up to the 370s, and taking partials. I did not hold everything or take everything at the top, so just took little bits and pieces until it was all gone. But yeah, today we're seeing a much slower market here on Hump Day. I'm wondering, is there any kind of crazy news out here that that is going to be coming out? Any kind of meetings or anything? Let's go to Finance Home. What's up, Drifter? Let's see. So I have taken 2 trades this month, both of them green, and just working my way up. This is going to be my second nice green month of this year, and just really just sticking to the strategy that I've seen work, and really not trying to force anything. I want it to look a certain way. I want the shorts to be winning, and I want to capitalize on shorts getting trapped back to the long side. And I may not make every trade, because some of them I'm looking at, like I remember like a day ago DBGI was going up, but it didn't have catalyst. So I was like, I saw my setup, I didn't take it, and it still worked out, but without catalyst. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to find something else. And the next day I did find something else, which was EPOW. But yeah, definitely pushing. Whoops. Replay. No. So I've been green month since October. Just waiting. I'm working on building up that size now, because I know what I'm doing works. I just need to size in. And the last 2 trades that I've taken have been 1,000 shares. And I haven't been looking for much. 17 cents, on the first trade, it was 14 cents. Second trade, it was 17 cents. So it's like I'm not looking for a whole lot. I'm not getting those huge rips, but sizing into it is making me not have to expect so much. You know what I mean? When I was getting in 25 shares, I'm like, man, I hope this thing shoots the moon. But with 1,000 shares, I'm like, man, I hope this thing moves an inch. You know, an inch in my favor. You know. You guys have anything on watch from the past days? I know a couple of people continue to watch Cosm. It's a little bit lower potential for me. I saw Lori called it out yesterday, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely out of my wheelhouse. That's something that you would have got into lower. And yesterday definitely was not the day to trade it. It ranged out from 44 up to what, 52. So what's that? Maybe 10 cents at the most, and then into aftermarket drop. So that's just not what I really want to work with. I like things that can kind of range a little bit more. But we shall see what's going on. I'm trying to keep this green streak going. Consumers remain the Fed's biggest problem because we keep buying stuff. Big Short. Here's how much the average American 60-year-old has in retirement. Okay, BlackRock calls for a increased overweight in inflation-linked bonds. Suspicious packages sent to Ukrainian missions came from Germany. Finance Ministry, Dutch conclude. Stocks dip as growth fears offset COVID shift. Oil erases drop as traders wake China COVID shift. Okay. ESPR higher float may move up above VWAP. I will wait for open to see levels. Let's see, ESPR. Was that one? Let's see. Yeah, I saw that one too. I just what was it about that one? What was it about that one? Did I not put that one over here? Yes, I didn't. Because I definitely see it right here on my scans. 845. What was the news on that one? Esperion clear cardiovascular outcomes trial of whatever that drug is meets primary endpoint. So that was a trial there that they had. What was the float on that one? I think the float is why I didn't add it over here, I believe. Let me see, ESPR. Because I think I looked at this one. Yeah, 67.42. Actually, let me cross-reference that and make sure that that is the actual float as well. ESPR has a shelf registration from the 4th of this year. Okay, whatever. Let's see what else we got. ESPR. Let's see, is that, yep, 70. So it's 70 million in the float over here. So that one would be more of a choppy one. I don't like sitting through the chop. I'm trying to get in, get 10, 15 cents, get on down. That one may get a little bit choppy, but if you're willing to hold, it may go up. But with being pharmaceutical, it's on the fence for me. may or may not do or perform like you would like it. Right now, it's got 4 million shares on it, so we'll see. ISAA was the top low float or lower float mover, but this daily chart is just throwing me. I can't do this daily chart. It's just so nasty. So many pops and drops and gaps down. No, low volume trading right there. So I just cannot mess with that one. Got to protect the capital. Donnell says SPRC weak news. SPRC. Where is that one? SPRC. Did it fall off? I thought I saw that one earlier. Maybe it fell off the scans. And then yeah, we got SMMT over here. SPRC. Let me see where that one is. SPRC. SPRC did. Oh, I know why it was. So Donnell, you remember when I was trading things under $2 and I continued to lose with the strategy that I'm using? I just stopped trading things under $2. So that's why it's not on the scans. It fell under $2. It was above. It was closer to $2, wasn't it? Earlier or something like that. But yeah, under $2. I just stopped trying to buy the dips on those. They just kill me every single time. And now that I've sized up, I definitely don't want to do the dips because 10 cents that's $100. So I need something that can range back to the upside. SPCR, I just stopped those. I was like, no, I'm good. Even with good news, if it's not above $2, I'm sticking to the rules. I just won't trade, you know. But we can watch it. It's up 13%, but nope. I'm gonna follow those rules and keep myself green. Can't do it, man. You got to break $2 for me to even consider. I'm stupid picky. Stupid picky. Good morning, Lori. All right, so right now, this is what we got on the watch. SMMT, SPRC, DBGI, ERNA, AERC, PAFO, which was popping yesterday, RMED, HTOO, and EPOW. Well, EPOW, I don't know if I'm going to watch that one. That one, I already traded. I don't know if it's going to have a pop-up or whatnot. It did have Catalyst on the other day. Maybe I'll just leave it up there because it had Catalyst, but we'll see. I'm not, I mean, it's going to need volume and everything for me to even get interested. So it's right at 10,000 shares. Once I do the watch list cleanup, then we'll see where things are going. But we need to get at least the first 15 minutes to see what the ranges are looking like on some of these stocks. MMAT is not up here, is it? MMAT. Yeah, nah. That thing's probably gonna chop around. It's got 300. Yeah, let me see. What was the float on MMAT? MMAT. It's got a float of 319.22 million. Oh no. That one doesn't even deserve to be put onto the watch. We can watch it fall. Let's just watch what happens to the people that's gonna buy this. We'll watch MMAT. Anything else here? Definitely out of my wheelhouse. So let's see, guys. I think we moved everything over here that is looking questionable. Love, RMED, PAFO, DBGI, RNER. Okay. Let's watch the destruction. We got 4 minutes until the open. SMMT already looking sad, about to go under $2. So, you know, it's got this 174. What is this 174? I draw. Oh, this area back here that they had tested before around that 175 area. For some reason, I had drew that as resistance. So we'll see if it can get back under the 175. Not to trade it, just to watch it, just to observe the lower price stocks once they get going towards $1. I've lost so much money on these types because they don't recover. And I bumped my head too much. I got 66 knots and I don't need another one. Same thing with MMAT. Too many knots. I got pain resistance now. I'm good. I want to get in where I'm comfortable. But if you are comfortable, you can play that. You can play with it. I'm just not. AERC came up here to the 418s and now it's back to the 380s. Right now, I'm right around. I'm up right around $300, like 317 on the last two trades. I only have taken two trades this month, so we'll see what if I can get, like, maybe what is this, the 7th of December. So let's see. We got in these first 2 weeks. I took a trade on the first on Thursday, I believe. Let me check and see what that trade was. Yeah, I took one trade on Thursday, and here's my trader journal if y'all wondering how I keep up with all this. So this is my December month. I took one trade back here. That was 145. Then I took another trade right there, 117. And these were with the same strategy, just not sized up. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and size up next month and stop playing with this, because these were like, I think I took like 150 shares or something like this. Both of these were 1,000 share trades. So just taking those and then, just keeping them all green. I did have that one little selection of red trades that 1 week. But yeah, 1 or 2 trades per week is what I've been looking at. But this is the journal that I use. It's called TraderSync. I could drop a link to it. But it's pretty dope. It's AI incorporated. Kind of learns your patterns. You can put in what mistakes you're looking for not to make, what things you've made in the past, and MMAT is one of the mistakes that I made in the past. SMMT, mistake. SPRC, I've just nope, can't do it. I'm gonna bust my head wide open on the concrete. The market has just opened here. And I'll drop a link to that TraderSync over here. But yeah, market open. We'll see what wants to become the thing on today. Nothing out of pre-market though. Where's my TraderSync? DBGI still worth watching. Yeah, that's why I think it can definitely do something, but it's gonna have to come on with it. Right now, it's kind of like a guessing game because nothing was really sticking out. The top volume mover, MMAT, is going to have to fail before anything else comes into play. TraderSync. Where? Okay. So there is the link to TraderSync. TraderSync is an amazing tool. I have really delved in on TraderSync. Me and Ben, we both had it, but I've been trading mostly in the stock market. Of course, there are other things you can do with TraderSync. There is Forex. It pretty much has everything for every trader. and I just dropped the link into the description. But yeah, at first I was using Trading View, I think the name of it was. Whoops. Trading View. Trader View, I believe it was. Yes. Was it Trading View or Trader's View? It might have been Trading View. Whatever it was, I didn't like it. It definitely was not helping me do anything. At least with TraderSync, with the AI, and they have so many features. I guess I have to do some what of a video on that at some point. But they have so many features, man. You can do replays. You can do your risk analysis management. You can look through evaluations by price range, how you did per price range, and all that. And that's one of the things that got me away from trading under $2. Everything under $2, I get my back blown out because I'm looking for too much. I'm looking for 10, 15 cents, and it goes up 5 cents and then falls 60. But anyway, MMAT losing its life. SMMT going under $2. We'll see if, like I said, I just hate these because they have a hard time recovering that $2 once they lose it. SPRC absolutely dying, and this is what I'm talking about. I hate these, bro. I can't do it. It's just proving my point. DBGI right around the 450-ish level. ERNA halted going up. Very low volume on this one though. So ERNA and a halt. AERC came up here and pumped down. Of course, I let that first hour of the day pop off. Okay, so yeah, just looking around right now, seeing what we can see. Let me look back over here on the scans real quick. ERNA, the one that is halted, is popped up here on the percent gainer scan now, up 23% for now. Let's see what kind of news that it has. That was the therapeutics company. So it popped from 339 up here to the 447. Gapped up to around the five-ish dollars and then broke the 5 here at the open. It is on the potential scanner here as well as the percent gainer. But it is not competing with what's up here on the top volume movers. So we'll see what kind of moves it has after it opens back up. Let's actually look at what time it's going to open back up. Halt. ERNA halted at the 31.46, and it'll be opening up at the 36.46. So in about less than a minute. And we'll watch that one do its thing. MMAT grinding around just like I thought it would. Summit trying to come back above that $2 level. But this is the struggle point that I don't like. They usually don't gain it back, especially when other things are popping like ENR, whatever it is. All right, we got about 40 seconds here until this one pops off. It's supposed to open up on the 46 ERNA. So that will be the watch for today and see what kind of action it gets. Has a top up here. Looks like during pre-market got up here to the $6. So we'll put some resistance up here at 6. Don't really know if that's the top. We'll have to see. Not enough intraday data, not enough intraday volume to really tell. All right, here goes the open. It was supposed to open right there. Looks like it's going to be a 10-minute halt. Yeah, looks like a 10-minute halt on ERNA. MMAT going on down and biting the dust. But yeah, a lot of my bearish mentality comes from looking at my statistics. Statistically looking at this stuff, I am very bearish on every stock that I trade. I don't think it's going up. My expectations are so low that if it does go up, I can take quick profit. You know, I'm like, this is already trash. I'm getting into the trash can. If it gets a little bit cleaner, I'll take the cleanliness and get on down. The SPY, let's see what the SPY is doing. SPY is getting a nice little pop up here, testing back towards the 395s. And we'll see what ERNA wants to do on the open. MMAT continuing to die out. Trying to get under the $2 here. That's what I don't like. This right here. And then you try to buy the dip and the thing keeps going down. You buy a falling knife. And look at the news on this thing. I didn't even notice the news. Metamaterials shares are trading higher after company announced FINRA has processed and announced the corporate action of exchanging Meta's Series preferred shares. Like, who's going to buy into this? No one cares about Meta's preferred shares because Meta has been one of the worst companies since they switched their name. Somebody's calling me. So MMAT is a death trap. SMT, again, it came down, gap down here. 229s is maybe a possibility, but that's only what? Less than maybe like 10, 15 cents. I don't want that range, 10 to 15 cents, to be the most that it can give. I want it, if it can give maybe 30 cents, 40 cents, then I'll try to get in for that 15-cent scalp. SPRC continued to absolutely plummet, looking like it wants to get back under $1. DBGI pushing back up there as well. We're coming into the close of the first hour. But yeah, nothing looking particularly juicy for me. Just because things are falling doesn't mean I'll trade them. I'm trying to buy a good dip, not a, some type of death trap. AERC came down here, and this is the 350, a 350 bounce. So whoever is buying this, they're buying it at a nice level, but look at the volume. This volume isn't even competing on the day. So I wouldn't take that dip right there, that 350 dip. I need to see volume coming into this thing into a level like that. All right, let's see. SMMT trying to do a little breakout. Still not too interested in that one. Yeah, it's going up, but it's about to be coming down. Let's see. ERNA is what I was waiting on to open back up. ERNA 931, so 940. Whoa, what this? Okay, 941.46 on ERNA. So it's about to open up here. 36. This is a 10-minute halt. Should be opening here. Is it longer than the 10-minute halt? Oh no, it hadn't reached 46 yet. Okay, here comes. All right, there's the open. Big pop up there to the 6 where I put that previous resistance level. Let's see if that 6 starts to hold as resistance. Now this is a ranging stock, but it doesn't even have 1 million shares traded on it yet, which is crazy. We'll see what happens. It has been halted. Big moves down So $6 looking like a little bit of a top. It did reach up to the resistance of 637. So 637. A lot of eyes are probably going to come over here because of this range it has. But right now, the VWAP is at the 550. It's trying to hold up that VWAP because we know if it goes on the VWAP, retail traders are going to give up on it. Let me look at the news and see if it has a reason to be bought back up. The Eterna's therapeutic director Charles Charrington reported purchase of 785,000, average price of $1.18 per share. Well, he's rich. Why would I? What? Why would you buy this? If he bought at $1.18, why would you buy behind him? You're just gonna make him rich. All right, so ER, now I see why it has such low volume. Nobody wants to make him even richer because he probably sold all his shares up here at $6. All right, SMMT looking like it's flattening out. I do have a meeting to get to at 9 o'clock. So it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream. I don't know, man. EPOW did pop back up there to the 360s on very low volume. So whatever, not going to mess with that one on that low volume though. But definitely popping. It did have pretty good news on yesterday, but just not in the competition with the volume. You said the news is too good on SMMT. Let me go look at that news again. Maybe I didn't see it right. All right, so let's see. Therapeutics. Let's go back here to the beginning of December. Therapeutics halted. They got a $5 billion to in-license breakthrough innovative bispecific antibody. They got, yeah. So the problem that I have with stocks like this is that they start to have great ranges in the aftermarket or pre-market. They'll move big during the aftermarket, pre-market, then intraday comes and you're like, the news is great, but it gets no push. None. It's no push. And that's partially due to that high float. It may push later on in the day, maybe, but it's not something I would play with. And like I said, I'm bearish on most of these stocks. I believe they will be going down. HTOO. I just want my little piece of them going up, and they can go down as far as they want. ERNA halted going down now. So had a high up there at 638, broke down the previous high of $6, all the way broke down VWAP, all the way back down to the 537s into halt. So just not looking great. SMMT starting to dive now. That high float, man. It's something about that high float. Only the people. See, the thing is, in the morning, in the open, most retail traders are trading low floats because they don't have time to trade properly, right? Because low floats give you a big range in a short amount of time. Higher floats are for usually actual investors will get into the higher floats because they move a little bit slower and they chop around and they hold their ranges a little bit more. Now, SMMT, the only problem with it is its price. It is a cheaper price. I just don't see any really long-term investors getting into it because of that price. If it was like $5, $6, and just grinding around, grinding up, grinding down, they may play with it. But with it going back towards the $1.50 area and things like that, I don't think they're gonna give the type of move that an investor would be interested in. The reason we focus on these low floats is because retail traders will trade them because of a lack of time. Most people just don't have time. That's why they lose in the first hour, because they don't have the time. It's not really so much that they can't trade or they don't know what a good setup is. They just don't have the time. DBGI coming on down as well, giving his first hour time to play out. That was my biggest issue when I first started. I was working and I was like, I saw these YouTubers, they're like, man, I'm spending an hour in the market, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, they're spending an hour, they're playing with bigger accounts, and they're spending an hour in the market not looking for 10 cents, not looking for 20 cents. They're looking for 3 cents, 3 to 5 cents on, 20,000 shares at the open. It's like, it's a whole different ball game when you're playing with that kind of size, especially when you're shorting at the open, because you already know retail traders don't understand that the limit orders from yesterday that were below this gap up are gonna have to get filled. Somebody needs their shares sold to. There's still orders out there that need to be filled at the open, right? So it's gonna come down unless the catalyst is crazy. The catalyst is so good that it ain't coming down. Ain't nobody selling. Nobody's selling. Anyway, MMAT snapping back up there. Let's see. Lori says today is a shady day. As Lori says, SMMT might be like Beak. Yep. And you also think RMED will be a good swing. Yeah, RMED's been crazy. RMED has been one of those that I really thought was gonna fall a lot earlier than it has, and I just really did not expect the grind up, but it's done its thing. It's done its thing on lower volume. If we look back here on the day one where it started ripping, we had this huge volume candle here of what, 6 million shares. And then into aftermarket, guess what? We got the explosion. And then it got super choppy right here in this day. Barely getting to 1 million shares until the middle of the day when everybody's on lunch break or going doing something else. So yeah, RMA is one of those that will be one of those hold and kind of hope type things, because it just keeps going up, but it is coming down right now. Everything's kind of coming down right now. SMMT looking like it is hard testing the $2 level. Below the $2 level, it will definitely be out of my wheelhouse. DBGI, where'd you end up stopping? Okay. SPRC, ERNA, RMED, AERC. Yep. So everything is dying. So yeah, I got 10 minutes to this meeting. I don't see anything that I really want to trade. I'm already green on the week, already green on the month, so I just don't see a point to risking anything. We'll see if anything pops up in these next 10 minutes. And yeah, it's just like Lori said, it is a very shady morning, especially when nothing is in the pre-market moving really nicely. It's kind of scary. We don't have a single thing above 20%, above $2. I mean, we got some volume movers, but nothing with any kind of catalyst or follow through. So, want to protect the capital. If you don't see something, don't force something. Especially if you're trying to size in big. But I mean, to be honest, even getting in small on some of these plays will just be bad. You'll be starting a bad habit. Well, it's not a great setup, but I'm just gonna get in small. It's like, nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. It's not a great setup. That's like a super red flag that you probably shouldn't be in it at all. If you have that mindset, hey, I'm gonna get in small, just take one share. Just take one share. If you're gonna take a small share, don't take a bunch, because you might get wrecked. Anyway, everything just wow. ERN, man, pushed all the way back down here. And look how the volume died on this. This didn't even reach a million shares traded. And remember, this is the first hour. This is why I let the first hour play out. It's nothing but traps, nothing but orders getting filled, orders, just the book cleaning up, basically, especially on Mondays in the start of a week. Just the books cleaning out, cleaning out house. So yeah, everything is definitely shady today. Look at SPRC. Straight death. I'm telling you, man, like the month before last, I would have been taking this dip. But after looking at my stats, every single dip going back towards $1 kills me. Every single one. Sub-dollar range kills me. I've lost so much money. I mean, that's probably the majority of the money that I lost. Things going back towards sub-dollars. I'm like, well, it's cheap. It should do this. No, it shouldn't. SPY looking like it's coming on down, 392 level. Will it test the 390s or will it go flat today? SMMT continue to give false breakouts. We can look here on the 15-minute. See that it gave a false breakout here, 1218 up to the 1221s. The 25s is probably going to be that point, but we'll see if it can get up to the 25s. But this is looking kind of questionable. 21, yeah, right back. So giving a nice little false breakout there on the 15-minute, but we got to see if that comes into alignment on the hour and the 30-minute as well. So like I said, the first hour is where people get trapped. They get trapped. And it hurts so bad when it goes in one direction against you all day, like an all day fader. You have to say, I remember I held an all day fader like one time, and I just, or no, 2 or 3 times I held an all day fader. I was like, man, this thing's gonna go up. Never went up. Just continued to stair step its way into my wallet. So I learned from that, holding all day. If you're gonna be right, you're gonna be right. Have a risk management plan to manage if you're not right. Don't say, oh well, it's still dropping, it'll come back up. You're doing nothing but paying somebody else's bills. RMED continuing on down. Yeah, I'm not liking any of this. All right, so here comes the 25 here. 225s. Will it get knocked back under this 220 level? Back under this 218 level? There's a 225 touch. Very brief touch. Little break. Little break. Can we see those short step in here? Right at this, well, this isn't even the gap fill level. Gap fill level is at 235 on the hour chart. So we got resistance right through here, 235. And let's see, what, 227, nice little short. So resistance right up in here. Okay, so If we were to use this gap fill as a backstop, which is the 236, wonder how far it's going to go down after failing this. We want to see it come up and at least test that 225 before it gets knocked down, though. And I mean test it more than once. It only got up there once across it. We'll see if it can get back above it and start to hold before it gets absolutely stomped through the earth. What's up, Dallas? Dallas says, I use positive net delta to tell what's going on to raise up all day. Yeah. Positive net delta. Yeah, I just use the statistics that I have, I guess. I mean, you could use either one, you know. What kind of chart patterns, what kind of, you know, catalyst, whatever will is something that will resurge on a day. Let's see. Amazon popped on my scans for the top volume mover. This hour chart is looking real nasty. Amazon dropped from 92 down here to the 89s, popped up to the 89, dropped all the way to the 87. MMAT, Carvana. So yeah. On the hour chart for SMMT, just kind of going sideways there. Tesla, EOS. Okay. ESPR. So yeah, today is one of those days I would probably just chill out for real. Not looking like a whole lot going on for us. Not a whole lot of volume in the potential scans. All right, Drifter. Definitely we'll see ya around. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm about to get ready for this meeting. Right now I don't see anything that I would like to buy. Nothing really interesting volume wise or anything else. HTOO end up dying. Yeah, I'm gonna take that one off. Go ahead and do a little cleanup here. PAFO, AERC, I'll leave up there. ERNA, don't like that catalyst at all. That's death. SPRC, clean that up. DBGI, I'll leave that one on just to watch it. SMMT, now it's starting to show a little bit of consolidation up here around this 225. Not really giving that quick breakout. Getting those shorts really interested. Got a gap fill up here to the 36, so maybe it could jump 10 more cents before it goes down. All right, but anyway, I got to get going. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll be back on Friday. I will be in the Discord though. That's if it's Tuesday, Thursday, I'm in the Discord. I'll let you know what I see. Let you know what levels I'm looking at for specific tickers. And yeah, let me drop that link to the Discord. I got to get to this meeting. I forgot it was at 9 o'clock. Whoops. So all right, so if I see anything for the rest of the day, I'll definitely let you guys know. Again, shout out to everybody that dropped in. Appreciate all of the comments, all of the call outs and everything like that. Today is kind of a wishy-washy day. Definitely protect your account, and we'll see how you do by the end of the day, whether you were in a sitting on your hands position or you actually had the bravery to take something today. But yeah, definitely great day of analysis. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Let's see. And as always, stay safe. make as much money as you can without becoming some kind of addict like me, you know. I love the market, but I just have to control myself. Work on that self-control. When to touch that buy button. When to know when. It feels great when you're in the driver's seat on a trade, but when you're not, it kills your confidence. Anyway, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.